Do you like books but hate to read? Well, I got the thing perfect for you. It's Audible. I'm going to give you 2 free audiobooks from audible.com just by signing up for a trial membership. That's right. All you need to do is go to ordinaryguyshow.com/audible. Sign up for the trial membership and enjoy 2 free audiobooks on us. Every time the link is used for a trial subscription or a regular subscription, the show's going to get a kickback. So make sure to share it with all your friends. Download some books, listen to some books, and hey, there's no reading required, so it's just like us ordinary guys like.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Welcome to the Ordinary Guy Show. Each week, 4 friends sit down and shoot the shit. As the shenanigans begin, hilarity ensues as everything is caught on tape. And now, broadcasting from a random table, it's time! Welcome to the podcast, everybody.
So sensual.
Yes.
What's up, everybody?
Oh, it's
now
because we gave him a
listening-
hard time about the wrestling thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're now listening to Ordinary Guys podcast. Welcome.
Buddy
We're listening
Doyle.
to slow jams.
What's going on, everybody? How are you doing out there? I think we got to have a good show for you this week.
Are we going live? Every time you say we're going live.
No, we're not going live, but that is coming soon.
So we're going to try that.
Yeah, I think the 10th episode will be a live episode.
What number is this?
This is number 9.
So,
They still get to replay it though, right? Like if
yeah, it'll save.
Save, yeah.
yeah.
But I'm thinking we've been here for a little bit.
There are a lot of
It's
people
going to be
waiting.
like 4 hours of live just shenanigans.
Uh-huh. So I think that we're big enough boys that we can do a live show.
I think the laughing will get us.
Well,
Nothing
yeah.
else.
That's okay. It's allowed to be. We're allowed to laugh because if we're laughing, they're laughing.
Frank barely made it through the intro.
Well, I would just like to know that
Okay.
a fucking commercial is about to come out,
Listen.
and I would like to hear them first.
Listen, do you like books but you hate to read?
I thought that was pretty good, though.
I thought it was great.
Because I do hate books.
But I do
and
like
hate
to be
read.
prepped on these things so that when John comes off like that,
What
I
is this, a
know.
library for ants?
Listen,
to
I
be
got,
at least this tall.
I got 2 books off of that deal.
Did
okay, and I listened to both of them. And
I did as well.
They were great. I mean, they were wrestling books too. Just to let you know.
Okay, what is in a wrestling book? Is it like tactics? Did you
No,
learn
it
how to
talks
wrestle?
It was Nacho Libre.
This actually was the death. It's called the death of WCW. So there were 2 wrestling promotions back in the day when you liked Sting. Remember
No,
when
that
you were a
was
Sting
Frank.
fan? Oh,
That was Frank.
No, I want to hear
Okay.
this.
there were 2 wrestling
I
promotions.
really do.
Okay.
And it talks
The
about
merger.
how one made mistakes financially and stuff like that. Like they talk about that one Hulk Hogan worked himself so much that they ended up paying him $5 million for a new contract. $5 million a year for a new contract to stay with WCW instead of going to WWE as Stone Cold was about to become a superstar. So that if he would have went to WWE, that probably would have changed the course of history, and we might be talking about WWE being dead.
Which
you know-
one does McMahon own?
WWE.
So the other thing about Hogan too, which I thought was phenomenal, was he was offered the George Foreman, but passed
Yes.
up on it
Yeah.
for the cereal.
Yes.
No,
The
I thought he missed the
Hulkamaniac.
meeting. Like he missed the meeting.
No,
he
he
was
didn't
on
think it
vacation.
was a good idea, so he went with the Hulkamaniac cereal instead.
Man, George Foreman had it made too.
Oh man, yes.
He named every one of his kids George.
George. Yeah.
There's like 10 of them or
even
something.
the girl, right?
I don't know.
I think she's
Georgina?
like
Georgia.
Georgia.
Maybe Georgia.
Georgette.
Yeah.
But then he had a clothing line on top of that for big and tall guys. I never bought his stuff.
He's really well spoken,
I
though.
was glad he never
Yeah.
had an ego.
He's pretty smart for a guy that's been punched in the head over and over.
He's done pretty well compared because a lot of boxers have like some residual from that. Like, you know, they don't seem to be 100% after their careers, and George is like good.
Yeah.
Maybe he was just a better fighter and got punched in the head less.
He did get whooped by Ali.
Ali whooped his ass.
Yeah.
Well, where's
Pretty bad.
Ali?
Yeah, well,
Oh, he's got Parkinson's, right?
oh, he's dead now.
Yeah.
Well, he had Parkinson's, right?
Yeah.
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 So what we got
saying.
going on this week, guys? Kevin, you had a successful Kevin Hates Everything, a little bit of a longer show. Thanks for doing that for us. But this week you have your poll results of CrossFit. Is it a sport or is it not a sport?
I think it was a landslide.
I
Wasn't
mean,
it?
I think this.
No,
was
it came back. So
Really?
did you see on Facebook where I put this is your last chance to vote? Get them in.
Yes, the CrossFitters came
The
out.
CrossFit community came out in droves.
Oh man,
Yeah.
That's
So
it.
I'm pulling it up right
Oh,
now.
you pissed them off.
Yeah.
It was one of those hot topics.
there was a CrossFitter or a sort
Look
of.
at it now.
Ooh, it's actually closer than I thought
Yeah.
it would be.
There was a CrossFitter today. I thought at the park. What he was throwing
No,
a boomerang
he was not a cross.
and jumping parkour off of the back of his truck.
I'll give CrossFitter some credit. This dude he's one of those parkour fidget spinner guys.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This is the same
Who
guy
goes
that
and throws a boomerang by yourself at the park?
Has anybody ever actually got a boomerang to come back?
No, that's what I
he
was talking to
didn't.
my
Not
dad
a
about.
chance.
Never.
He didn't either.
No.
Crocodile Dundee did.
That sucker just goes and it goes right into the ground.
Wow.
No, this one he would throw it. It would go out and back and around.
Oh, do like a double take?
Yeah.
It'll
Like
go
it was-
away from him again. It came back. Like if he threw it low enough, he probably could have caught it on its way back.
He
but
did get it stuck in a tree, and it took him about 35 minutes to get it out. That was fun.
Do you remember being a kid, like something gets stuck in the tree and you'd take much longer to like throw shit at it
Yep.
than actually like try and get it down?
Yep.
You'd throw your shoe, then
Everything.
your shoe would get stuck.
Everything gets stuck.
I have a bit of respect for people that do like weird stuff like that because you know they don't care what anyone thinks.
No shit's given.
Yeah, they're
I-
going to do what makes them happy.
I think he went to the park for one of those cosplay things and decided he was there.
Kiss
at the,
my Anthea.
Realized he was
They
at the
had
wrong day.
those.
Dude, they were there a couple of times.
Yes.
We've
They are
been
there.
there.
Yeah.
Lair.
Yeah.
We've been
Lair.
there.
Live action. What is it? Live action.
LARPing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
LARPing.
Yeah. They've been there at Fox Lake Park.
Every time
Oh,
I
yeah.
try to LARP at the park, the cops come.
We should make an ordinary guys.
Listen, I would probably join in with them if I could be Jon Snow.
Let's do it.
John comes out in his little.
Game of Thrones.
Can I be the
the
mountain?
King of the North?
Tara's like, "What do you do with my rug? It's my
with
It's my
cape.
cloak.
with Gunner as a wolf.
Yeah,
Did you guys?
he's got fake like sword spots in him. You know, because he died in that one episode.
Did
or
you
whatnot.
guys
Spoiler
not-
alert.
Yeah,
Spoiler
yeah.
alert.
Fake blood and all that. Did you guys not see my post for
No.
for Trump? Okay,
I
So
stopped
while
following.
While I pull that up, Kevin, go ahead and give us the
So,
results.
is CrossFit a sport? Personal opinion, no. And we actually got into that a little
You
bit.
put
so-
that in the title when you
What, my personal opinion?
Yeah.
No.
okay.
I don't sway votes.
You
I
were
stay
trying
out of
to,
it.
I was gonna say we don't
Yeah.
want to sway anybody's decision.
No,
We're not
just says,
Russia.
It says, is CrossFit a sport? And then, of course, I plugged this with our little picture. I finally figured out how to do that. And it was 11 people said yes, which was 38%, and 62%, which was 18 votes, said no. So we have decided on this show that it is not a sport to play with the chain and flip a tire.
Amen.
You can be the best at exercising, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can, but it's just not a sport.
Well, what about when they flip a tire and then hit the tire with the hammer?
Well, they could probably
Well,
kick
that-
my
they
ass,
got
but
sweet
they
listeners.
still are not. It's not sport.
No. Okay, so
Hey, you know
Getting
how you
back-
know if somebody does CrossFit?
They
They
tell,
tell
you
you within
right
the
after,
first minute.
right after they tell you they're
I
vegan.
just worked out and did CrossFit, dude. Listen, so getting back to the LARPing and Game of Thrones thing, I got the news that about China and then coming back to the table this week to renegotiate the trade deal with Donald Trump.
Bend
Yep.
the knee.
So I posted a funny message. I thought China is about to bend the knee to His Grace King Donald of House Trump, first of his name, King of the Andals and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm.
I did see him
Long
post
may
that.
he reign.
I thought he was drunk. I didn't get the reference. We don't watch it enough.
King of Game of Thrones, man. You gotta watch it.
Can I ask you a very personal question?
I didn't realize
Sure.
that ordinary guys were fucking nerds.
Oh yeah.
They are.
I thought
actually.
we were like
Hey,
just
ordinary guys
ordinary.
are everything,
I have
man.
I have a nerd subject today, so
Yeah.
I have to ask John this question. Do you have Google notifications of everything that has to do with that show?
No. I don't need Google notifications. I still watch YouTube clips of it
Didn't you start rewatching it not too long ago?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I've been
He's
through
gonna
all
rewatch
seven-
it again.
How many
I've gone
times have
through
you
all
watched it?
7 seasons again.
Do you watch YouTube videos about other people commentating it?
I've watched reaction
Oh my
videos.
God.
I've watched reaction videos, like people who are in a bar and they're watching the Red Wedding.
How do you watch Game of Thrones in a bar?
They have it on in a bar in
Can't hear it.
I think it's in England or something, Germany or some place like that, and they're all sitting at the bar watching it on TV, and they're just reacting to it.
Well, that was one episode to guarantee that nobody got laid in that bar that night.
Oh, the Red Wedding or whatever.
You never know. Yeah, the Red Wedding was a bad one.
So do you look at like the "this is what we think's going to happen" site at the end of the season?
I have looked at sites about
Everybody knew that dang dragon was going to turn.
Yes.
Everyone.
Yeah, yeah. I knew.
I haven't seen it yet.
I knew
The dragon turns.
Thanks.
I knew the spoiler.
What does it
alert.
turn to?
Ice.
The
The guy that looks like he's the head singer of a
Yeah.
death metal
Whatever
band.
the
He
hell
throws
he
his
is.
little ice spear at him and turns him.
the Night King.
Walkers. Yeah.
You don't know about
Walker.
the walkers yet? You're
Yeah.
like on season 1.
No. I'm just trying to soak it in.
He's bullshit. He ain't watched.
Have you watched
a
any of it?
second.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
To win the
Frank
episode
trolls you guys so hard.
to the episode right before Jon Snow died, and then all fucking people on the internet told me Jon Snow died, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah. then he
Jon
came
Snow
back.
dies.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Then he's brought back. All right. So that's enough of
Thanks
my.
for that one.
That's enough of my nerd. Listen, by now it's not spoiler. If like
That
there's
was like 5 years
there's
ago.
a year of after a year it ain't spoiler alert anymore. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's like we're allowed to talk about the Avengers now. Definitely allowed to talk about Jon Snow.
Is the Avengers like you can talk about it
It's
now?
on DVD.
Yeah.
Well, Deadpool came out on DVD too, so we're allowed to talk about that.
I actually haven't seen it yet.
Deadpool 2?
Better than the first one.
I feel like they overdid all the stuff that worked in the first movie. They overdid it for the second movie. It's still good.
The whole Mr. Invisible thing is insanely funny.
It was.
Insane.
It wasn't long enough though. And
I know. He
How
died
about
too
Brad
fast.
Pitt's little appearance?
That's him in
yeah,
there, yeah.
it was
But,
like for 2 seconds.
but the fact when they're jumping out of an airplane, okay, so there's a scene where they're jumping out of a helicopter. And there's
You
a
just said
First,
airplane.
first was an
A
airplane.
helicopter, sorry.
Okay.
And there's a character that's called Mr. Invisible. That's his power. So when they were getting the team together, they interviewed
Oh my
this
God,
guy,
yes.
and it was just his backpack. And he's like, "Well, you're a part of the team. There's nobody there." So then you see jumping out of the helicopter,
The backpack.
the backpack going out of the helicopter, and it is just.
Well, no, he throws the backpack. Like at this point, you still don't think he's real.
It's just a hilarious scene.
And then it
he
ends up
helps-
being Brad Pitt.
Then he helps the
We're
other
going to
guy
name this
chuck
episode
out,
Spoiler
whatever.
Alert.
So, but it was a good
And
movie.
It was pretty funny.
I was telling Frank about the movie Tag that we watched.
That movie's great.
That's
so
what-
underrated.
Yes.
We probably shouldn't say we watched it.
Watched it in the movie theater.
Yeah, we did. We watched it in the movie
Yeah,
theater.
it was a date.
Yep.
Circle jerk.
Together.
No, it was side. It was like skiing. No
Oh.
circle.
Did he hold the popcorn in his lap? Just asking, you know? Just asking. Was there extra butter on it?
It's too short for that.
This is squishy popcorn.
All right, Matt. You got us in suspense. Tell us your nerd story for this episode.
All right, so June, Elijah's birthday. He wanted an RC car. I'm like, all right. He's had all the little Walmart ones. They break. Junk.
Yeah.
He's like, I want a legit one. One of the
Big
fast
money
ones.
one.
I was like, all right. So I started looked at the Traxxas. He got the Rustler. Loves it. I'm standing out there. I'm sweating. I'm watching. I'm like, forget this. I'm going to get one too so I can roll with him. So I've had plenty of hobbies, shooting, cars, everything. We modify it. So we make it better. The world of RC blows me away. Anything you do full scale, they do RC like to the T, and it's crazy because
They make like name brand suspensions and stuff like
yes,
that.
I mean
And
Like
aluminum
models.
parts.
mud bogs, rock crawling, everything. I was like, as soon as I started diving into it, I find myself like, John, I'm watching YouTube videos of this like 8-year-old kid doing stuff with like RC car. So Kevin did my Matty G TV thing. We're going to have that going. Kevin Hates Everything is super negative, Matty GTV is going to be fun stuff. So,
Yeah, but I think Kevin hates everything. I think Kevin mentioned that he was gonna have one episode a month
Kevin loves everything.
where he actually likes something.
Yep.
Or maybe at the end, of the episode, you should be like, the one thing I do like.
Frank just shit his pants.
Man.
I told you if you did this, it's going to shut us down.
Yes.
Here's a Barbasol break.
Yeah.
If you had,
Keep your mouth closed.
if we had the ability to broadcast from a fucking gas chamber,
That's the worst one
man, God,
Frank. Frank.
that's terrible, man.
You need to get tested, man. I'm pretty sure you got something wrong. That's not right. My eyes are watering. Look.
It's the methane.
He's been eating since he's gotten here too. It's making
in
it
my
worse.
mouth. It's in my mouth.
I told you don't open your mouth.
You guys trying to keep the whole show going?
Yeah.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Talking about him shitting his pants.
If we come back, we're all crying.
Are we paused right now, or are we still recording?
We're still recording.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's worse than a dog's fart.
That was terrible.
That was bad, man.
Yep.
Oh
We
man.
were talking about RC cars.
We're talking about RC cars.
Oh, by the way, this will probably get cut out, but I've got a new RC car now that was so fast that it literally blew the tire off of it. It is awesome.
Elijah, I mean, the one he has is pretty dang fast.
Oh yeah, well,
These things go-
you're Rustler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a Rustler too. Those are great. That's like the
It's,
best bang for your buck.
yeah, in the
100%.
entry level,
Yeah.
I mean,
Comes with a quick charger. I'm gonna get a sponsor by Traxxas
There
here
we
real
go.
quick. Comes with a quick charger. Comes with the controller, because the more expensive ones don't come with a controller. And dude, they're bulletproof. You can't break a Traxxas. Well, you can, but it's hard.
I have the Slash. The only problem is it would get stuck in wet grass because it had an open diff. So I bought a spool, like welded diff, and then it broke the axles. So I got new axles, and now it rips. And
I got a 4-wheel drive EC something another. That thing, I flipped it right into my brother-in-law's swimming pool.
Oh. Bye-bye.
see, now the new ones are waterproof.
Oh, no, it's fine. No, I got that. Man, I'm tired. Wasn't me. It was his son flipped his, which is the same one in the swimming pool. But still, it still ran.
Dude, now they're all waterproof. They have mud bogs. Like the one that looked just like your old Jeep.
Yep. In the mud.
Yep.
That's fine. Still works.
Nope.
Just like the old Jeep.
Oh, just like the old Jeep. It's somebody else's problem now.
Well, listen, on a topic I wanted to talk about. We touch every once in a while on political stuff.
Yep.
And
What do we got?
while I had it on my mind, I saw something this week where a celebrity came out and said something.
Endorsed
Somebody.
Okay.
It was more of a local candidate. But overall, stop, dude. Stop, really. That's so bad, man. Overall, what do you think? I mean, does it sway your opinion if, let's say, Robert De Niro or somebody says, I don't like this candidate, vote for this candidate?
Not at all.
No.
I think it does affect some people, though.
Some people. But what I look at is these people, they've played so many parts, I don't think they even know who they are anymore.
They're acting.
Right. It's all acting. You look at Robert De Niro, I mean, they kind of play like the same general roles in all the movies.
Ray
but,
Liotta.
Yeah. But
50
I
Cent.
always think they're acting. They're always acting.
Right.
Anything to further themselves, that's why a lot of them are bandwagon jumpers.
Well, the being in the public spotlight is you want to draw attention to yourself.
Right.
So, of course, they're going to say something.
When you look at them being in the spotlight, do you think that it's popular? Okay, so popular decision. or
Yes.
popular
Look at the
thing.
Kardashians. The Kardashians says everything.
Right.
Anything that they do sells. Anything that they talk about sells.
So it's popular
People.
to say, yeah, you should get things for free. So or you should do whatever Bernie Sanders says or whatever this
Nothing's
person
free.
says because.
I don't care who says it. Nothing's free.
And do you think that our generation and younger are starting to get wise to that and be like,
Not
F
younger.
You, F you.
I don't think younger.
But our
maybe,
generation.
maybe, but I think
Well, I think they're
our
getting
generation.
wiser to the whole college thing because they're sitting there in debt, can't get a job because the teachers they're not coming out with any skills. You have no skills. Back in the day, you'd have people doing assembly line work, working at a plant or steel mill or logging or
I don't even think they
anything.
do home ec or shop anymore.
No, because I'll say it right now and I'll die by it. Insurance companies have ruined the world
Oh, yeah.
because you cannot do shop class because some little Jimmy cut his finger off.
fucking Jimmy.
It's always Jimmy.
Always.
Little Jimmy.
So now he's got a nub and he's ruined shop class.
Yeah, but he's rich.
No, he's not.
The insurance company's rich.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so crazy what it's become. You know, we're Zennials now. We're no longer millennials. They've reclassified us. Anybody that's 35 or like 30 or older at this point, because let's face it, I don't want to be called a millennial. Those people are crazy.
I think we could bring a little credit to the millennial thing. We're all hard workers. We hustle to take care of our families. And we've all been down and came back.
Yeah, but we're not millennials anymore.
Yeah. So
You're
now-
talking about our age group. The 10-year younger group than us is the millennials. And what I see from them is I see them as the instant satisfaction. If I don't get it right this second, I'm not going to be happy type because they grew up with Amazon. We didn't have Amazon. We didn't have anything like that. Like, we didn't have texting.
We had
They
dial-up
don't
porn.
have Toys R Us, though. We had Toys R Us.
Well, they did, and they ruined it. They had it up till last year.
dial-up porn.
Yeah, we had dial-up porn.
No, we had sketchy porn on channel 143
That
that
would like
barely
go,
came in.
Like we had
down
to
screen.
deal with what we had. Otherwise, you lost it by the time you found the next video. You start all over again.
Or you go in your buddy's attic and his dad has like a stash of Playboys.
Yep. You wonder why pages are missing every now and then.
I remember we had one of those boxes that would just scramble stuff, and 99 channel 99.
So
was
he's
the
got
channel. And I
burned
go
in.
to the channel and I turn it on, and it's a fucking talk show.
Yep.
They're talking about bullshit. It was like court TV or something like that, where the judge was naked or something, and they're having some kind of trial about, well, he stuck his penis in this girl and it should be mine, and I'm like, what am I watching here?
Is Playboy TV still around?
Get to the sex. Yeah,
think
it
so.
was Playboy TV.
No, I'm saying, is it still around?
I don't even know.
Because I
Probably.
would think with like internet, like Playboy's probably gone by the wayside.
I think so.
It's probably all like cam stuff.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Hustler stopped print. Right? I think they're digital only.
Yeah, I think Playboy TV is still around. I think all
People
that's
like the
around.
articles.
I don't know why somebody would want to pay money for that.
I don't know why either. But
Playboy
that's-
was cool, I guess, because you would get like the semi-famous person as
Right.
like a centerfold.
right. Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I can-
Tasteful nude.
Right.
I can tell you one thing: our generation is going to be the death of cable television.
Yes.
It's already
That's good.
happening.
They deserve to die
Because they've been screwing us
Yep.
for years.
They do.
Yep.
You
Yeah, but
know,
they're going to get us back in the cost of internet.
Dude,
We-
internet is crazy.
They
Yeah,
are,
that's what you
but
know.
but as that market dies, the internet market will grow because companies that are failing will need something to fall back on, and the internet's going to be the one, like Google and everybody else that comes out with fiber wire. It's only going to get spread out more and more and more.
Yeah, but you notice the cost of internet has just religiously gone up because cable subscriptions are going away.
Well, cable is, but if you go to get fiber wire, it's not that expensive compared to cable. You know, but we of course don't have that in our area.
Yeah, we don't yet either.
I do.
You do,
I
right?
do.
You
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, so it's slowly coming my way.
They were talking 1 gig up, 1 gig down for like $100.
I'm going to tell you this though.
And
I
that's bad.
have
That's cheap.
I have the last time I checked 47 items on my router right now at all times. And that's not including when people come over and have their password or whatever. I run at the minimum 120, and I never have a problem. So for me, it doesn't make any sense to spend that extra money because I never have a problem. But I think what it is when you use their modem, like not the router, but the modem,
Yeah.
it actually spreads that 120 out amongst everything. Whereas if you own your own, it doesn't do that. So I'm actually getting 120 at every single item.
Oh, you own your own modem as well?
Yeah, we own our own.
And I never have problems. Like I hear everybody on the internet going, "My internet's out again," and I think mine never goes down anymore.
We have not had an issue since we bought our own router.
Yep.
Really?
Own router
We had
or-
a fucking podcast about this a couple of weeks ago.
and
Well,
then
that's
I got
'cause he
a
had a-
router.
Your router or modem?
I got what did I get? I got a modem.
The modem is where the cable comes in from the wall.
Yeah, so I got my own modem, and I've got a
You'll notice a
mesh
big
Wi-Fi
difference
system.
from the modem.
Yep. And my modem is capable of handling 3 gigs up, 3 gigs down. That's
What did
she
you do
said.
with your old mesh system?
No, that's the router.
Well,
He's talking about the modem.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
But-
take the old system if you have the old mesh system.
No, my neighbor.
Oh, you took it back?
Yeah, we traded.
Damn it, Nate.
Nate. Oh yeah, everybody met Nate.
Shout out to mesh systems, by the way. Those things are life changing.
We had, the weird thing was we had an Orbi, so he had the Orbi and I had the Orbi, and every now and then I think they would try to connect to each other because of how close we were,
Skynet.
and
T3.
and then the problem would, so then we'd kind of screw each other's internet up. So then I switched to the Aero.
Speaking of Skynet, I've got the Google one, and mine's less expensive, but it does the exact same thing Frank's does. The reason I think mine is less expensive is everything goes through Google's servers if you have a Google router. So, like, whatever I'm doing goes through Google's server, and they can monitor it.
Google came out saying that they track everything.
Everything.
Well,
and they
then we
don't
kind
care.
of know that anyways. I mean, when you think about
We
it.
assumed.
Sucks though, man.
But listen, getting back to before we get off of this topic and let cable TV off the hook very easily. Why the fuck do they have a territorial system? Why is it that Central Florida gets stuck with Bright House, and then North Florida gets stuck with what's that other one with a C?
Comcast.
And then South Florida gets something
Xfinity.
else. Why isn't it that those three companies can compete with each other?
The same reason why we only have 3 choices for healthcare. Because it is a profit machine.
But
Open it up to free market, and we'd all have $20 internet.
Yep.
At blazing
and
speeds.
that's exactly what needs to happen.
And that, my friends, is called capitalism.
Yep.
That-
Get the government out of it, and you would.
That is what needs to happen, because there's no reason why Bright House should be the only person here in town. For us, or Spectrum, whatever the hell it is now, you should always be able to have an option to go somewhere else. I know you have DirecTV, but it's not the same. The internet, especially with DirecTV.
Well,
isn't
DirecTV
worth
is
it.
more expensive because they're having to pay state and local taxes, and somebody has set these accounts up, meaning locally in the government, that has lined their pockets
Oh, yeah.
because it can't be that much. I remember when I built a house 10 years ago, we had a local internet provider. It was great, and then they were just gone. And then it was Comcast. And same thing. Remember dial-up? You could buy anybody for dial-up, and
Dial-up, you could, yeah.
and some were better than others.
Yep.
We had like some.
Oh, and
Oh, boy.
and by the way, millennials,
boy.
dial-up is when you used to use the phone line for internet, and it used to make really funny noises. And remember when you were trying to get on and make all that noise, you're like, "Come on,
Someone
hurry
got
up!"
on the phone.
Yeah,
Somebody pick up the
Cut it
phone.
off.
and your parents pick up. I need the phone.
You'd be downloading that software to install on your Windows machine, and you'd be at like 87%, 89%,
3 years
90,
left.
and then somebody picks up the phone, and you're like, fuck!
No, you're overdoing it. We never downloaded programs; those were always on CDs because remember AOL always came on a disc.
You got
It
free
was
minutes.
songs would take an hour
No.
apiece. One song.
Okay, I'm from before you guys, don't forget. So I used to have dial-up bulletin board systems. You would call, there would be local numbers.
Is
you'd
that where
call.
they had the switchboard and the lady's like, "I'll plug your call in"?
But there'd be local places, and I ran one. I had a bulletin board system, but there'd be local places that you'd call up, and you'd log into there. This is just like internet is now, but instead of www, you'd go to the phone number.
So you invented the internet.
Yes, like Al Gore.
Yes.
So you'd log in to the place, and there would be like message boards. There would be software to download, and I mean I'm talking stupid software, but it was just like a web page.
Yeah.
So, that was the early days of the internet before www dot whatever it was.
It was
born.
solitaire and space pinball.
And Juno dial-up.
This was back of see.
Juno.
You guys,
Remember Juno?
do you know DOS? Have you ever used
Yeah.
DOS before Windows?
Yeah, played Oregon
That's-
Trail all the
My
time.
grandfather had one of the first Apple computers when it came out.
Well, that's not DOS.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
he was always into he loved, so he worked out at Space Center. He was part of the Apollo missions, and he loved technology. Like, he thought it was the craziest thing. I'd show him my phone, and he'd be like, how much memory? I'd be like, it was like the first iPhone. I was like, 8 gigs. He's like, what? And now we have garbage. It's like 256 gig phone that still doesn't work.
Well, I remember
Nope.
my dad got a Dell. It was called an 8 Max Gig and spent, I want to say, like $2,000 back
Yeah.
then on it.
It was like 512 meg
Dude,
or
that
whatever.
was. I remember
kilobyte.
he got the internet for the first time that night. He stayed up all night looking at the internet.
Yeah.
Like, it blew his mind.
Jerking off.
My dad
I
just
don't think that was around then.
Let me get some of the old Forester.
upgraded. Well, his computer blew up, so he needed a replacement. So I told him, I was like, hey man, I'm gonna be buying a new iMac. I'll give you mine, and you can have that, and finally have a computer that's gonna work at least. No. I don't like Mac. I want to get something else. Your mouse is different. I was like, it all works the same, Dad. No. So he goes and he looks and he finds a Dell refurbished on Walmart.com and he buys it. Right? It's like $100 he spent on the computer, so no big deal.
Yeah.
All right, so he buys it. 2 days later, how's that computer, Dad? Oh, I had to send it back. The lights started blinking on it. It started beeping, making noises. They said it sounds like a motherboard issue. I was like, it's a Dell. What do you expect? One thing goes wrong, everything goes wrong on it.
Remember the dude you're getting a Dell guy?
Yeah.
He lost his whole thing, and he was a big thing because he smoked pot. You know, he's looking back now. He's like, they legalized this crap now, and I'm out of a job.
Isn't that the
Yep.
guy though that's on that
don't-
one Big Bang Theory?
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up.
I don't think so.
There was one, oh no, that was.
I
he
like
was
to think it's
I'm a
Jesse
PC
from the
or something like that.
the meth show.
Yeah, you're right.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yep.
Huh? What?
The guy, the star that's on the Big Bang Theory.
Which-
Not
I don't know.
Sheldon Cooper.
not Sheldon, but
His name is Ben
roommate.
Curtis.
Show me a picture. Throw
Well-
it up on the TV. Oh wait, we don't have that
Yeah, we
technology.
don't have that.
I think you can do it after the fact.
Big Bang. I don't have that here.
I don't think
Are you
that's him.
googling Big Bang? What
Yeah.
comes up?
No,
Just don't hit anything else. Just do Big Bang Enter.
Big Bang Theory.
His name is Ben Curtis.
Well, you're thinking of somebody else.
He's talking about the dude you're getting a Dell guy.
Yeah. Did we change subjects?
No,
No,
they
we're-
think it's someone from
We're listening to you.
His
Big
name is-
Bang.
I'm gonna read you the Wikipedia.
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah,
Johnny Galacki
no.
is who.
Oh, the little Jew kid
Yeah.
with the bowl cut.
No, you don't have a ball head. That's how. That's.
I swear he
The guy-
wears
the
a
guy that
yarmulke in the show.
That's the guy
Doesn't
that
he?
plays Howard.
Right?
How?
That's the Dell dude.
Oh.
Is that coming in focus?
Howard.
Let me see. Yeah, he looks like he's a
Dude, you're
he-
getting a Dell. Anyways, off
the
that
devil's
tangent-
lettuce got him.
Yeah, devil's lettuce got him. How mad is he that ruined his career now and it's like totally illegal in like a lot of places?
Look, he could be like the Verizon guy. Go work
Come
for another
back.
company. Sprint. Verizon
Can you
guy,
hear me
man.
now?
Come back.
Fuck you guys. Can't hear shit.
Yeah, but the Verizon guy's got the better guy. Like the dude they have now. Have you ever watched the show on HBO that Silicon Valley? That's where he's from. That show is tremendous, by the way, if you don't watch it.
Verizon sucks. Anyway, so.
You're crazy. I love Verizon.
Listen, all of us don't have fucking blue chat because we have to deal with
That
your
has- that's
Verizon. shit.
iTunes. That's not. It's
Well,
because I have a
Android.
Samsung.
Oh,
Speaking of
he has
shows,
an Android.
shows and movies. So I was killing some time today before I headed over here. So I started watching one of the newer Fast and the Furious movies. The last one.
The one that starts in Cuba.
Was that the one that he died while
Was
they were
that the
filming?
one with Tormund,
No,
the guy
he
with the red
died
hair from Game of Thrones.
a way back.
Fucking Game of Thrones reference.
Always. So what I was
There's no
getting
Game of
at-
Thrones in Cuba.
So everybody here liked Fast and the Furious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most part. What are your thoughts on the whole turning it to? Do you know what they're gonna be calling it?
Hobbs.
Hobbs?
Dude, they had like 20 movies planned. I get it. It's a money machine.
They'll sell
And-
everyone, won't they?
So the
Yes.
us that
The
kind
Rock.
of taper off, they're catching new people.
Sure.
The Rock is
Because-
the biggest star in Hollywood right now.
The
we
Rock
were
sells anything.
2001. We were like the first Fast and Furious and like
Yeah.
actual cars
Yeah.
and not Dodge Chargers doing.
Dude, this one they
Pulling
had
safes
cars falling
through.
out of an airplane with parachutes on the cars.
Yeah, they've done all that though.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like that's the one I was watching today, where they drove
Yes.
out of a
So that's the
plane.
one where Tyrese freaks out.
Tyrese
bitches
freaks out and he's just spinning the whole time. Yeah,
You have a Rock hat on,
I do.
right?
Yeah,
Okay, so The Rock is big money in the box office.
big
right now.
money.
Big money
So-
everywhere.
Yes, everywhere. So
His only competition are the other 5 movies he does every year.
Yeah.
It's,
I'm trying to
it's
think. I'm
insane.
running through it in my brain.
that is why there's a feud between him and Vin Diesel. You know, allegedly,
really, though?
allegedly, there's a real feud there where they didn't do scenes together at all, because that's why they're not in the same scene in that. In the last movie, if you were watching the movie where Jason Statham was in too,
Yeah, that's the one.
and they were he rescued the baby. So that's not the latest one. Is
Yeah.
when he's rescuing the baby from the plane and he jumps out of the plane
It's Charlize Theron's in
and
it.
Charlie's
I
there.
remember
she's
that
so
one.
hot.
Yeah. Yep.
So that particular movie, they didn't film together because there was a feud going on there where The Rock thought that Vin Diesel let Stardom go to his head, and Vin Diesel's the producer or director or something like that of it. So of course, he
But
ended up
you know
taking-
how Vin Diesel got back into all that, right? So he wanted the rights to Riddick. He said,
we're gonna take a break.
That's right. I got a deal for you today. For $9.99, you can sign up for the Barbasol Shave Club and receive the starter kit in the mail. No charge for shipping. You're going to get 1 free Barbasol Ultra 6 Plus handle. You're going to get 4 Barbasol Ultra 6 Plus blade cartridge refills and 1 free razor tray. And these cartridges are no joke, guys. They're going to be 6 ultra thin blades and the ultra trimmer, a 7th blade to refine and style tricky areas like under the nose, sideburns, and beard. The Barbasol Ultra 6 Plus will become your new favorite razor. I'm telling you, that 7th blade is so important when it comes to shaving. I missed it with those other shave clubs. They don't offer it. Barbasol does. Sign up today. OrdinaryGuysShow.com/Barbasol. Get your shave on.
All right, guys, we're back. Sorry about that. We had to take a little break there. As you could see, we have somebody else sitting in for Kevin. Kevin had to take.
Kevin had an
actually
issue.
Had an issue where he had to take off. So
Is it just me, or does Kevin's replacement look like he's anticipating Donkey coming?
Kevin's replacement looks like he already hates everything. So, well, we're thinking about you, Kev. Hopefully everything turns out okay.
So I was talking about
Back where you were.
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
Yes. So Vin Diesel, from what I understand, but what do I know?
Yeah.
He went and continued, or no, his appearance in the Tokyo Drift, right? Because he was
Yeah.
just at the end. They wanted him in it, and he was like, "Give me the rights to Riddick, Pitch Black series," and that's how he got the further movies for the Riddick Chronicles Riddick or whatever, and that was his bargaining chip for being his little cameo at the very end of the best Fast and Furious there is.
That
Tokyo
was a
Drift.
good one. Tokyo Drift was my favorite.
It's good.
I think it was my favorite.
I didn't watch that one. That's the one I skipped because he wasn't in it.
You have a thing for
I just liked
I
how
thought he was the best in them. I thought I liked him at the beginning, but I liked The Rock much better.
So I didn't appreciate Tokyo Drift as much until the other one started coming out, and then I went back to it because I liked how it was just a completely clean cast. Like, it was all new people.
Well, it's also, if you look at the So the first Fast and Furious was about the cars.
Yep.
Tokyo Drift is more about the cars.
Yep.
The rest is action.
It's all
and-
action. Don't get me wrong.
It's a good movie, but it depends on what kind of mood you're in.
You have to also realize how, just because they're using cars that are actually like, normal cars that you'd see out on the road.
Like an ordinary guy would have.
Maybe a little bit above ordinary.
I could see you in a pink S2000.
I can see that. But what I'm getting at is, it's like there is a fiction element to them that you absolutely know. You know what I'm saying? Like you know when they're parachuting in their car from an
That's
airplane.
not
They don't do all their own stunts.
No, I don't think so. I have a hard time
No,
thinking
The
that they
Rock
do.
actually just bought his stuntman like a badass Ford pickup truck, like probably a $70,000.
Yeah, but wouldn't you feel like kind of like a fraud if you weren't doing your own stunts? Like you want to portray yourself as a badass, but you're like,
no.
I can't jump off of that.
Not really if you're paying
Which
me
is
all the money they're
why-
making.
As weird as Tom Cruise is, I give the man props for doing his own stunts.
Keanu Reeves too. Does
Yeah,
he do?
I don't know. I know that if you look at the Mission Impossible scene, I guess from the newest movie, is that even out yet?
No, but I've seen some of the clips.
Where he jumps from rooftop to rooftop,
Yeah.
and if you watch like the actual scene where he jumps from rooftop to rooftop, he actually broke his ankle. Like you actually see him break his ankle,
Ugh.
and they obviously weren't going to refilm it. Like he broke his ankle, gets up and continues. Like
Millions of dollars pushing him.
millions of dollars are
Adrenaline.
pushing you to be fucking successful.
Adrenaline.
Like,
I'm
listen,
down.
I can buy a robotic ankle after this movie's over.
Sure.
I'm down. I'm injured.
They actually had
Smell
to
the
like
cash.
halt. They had to halt the recording for like 6 weeks or something like that.
Wow. Smell the cash and then bam, like a shot of adrenaline.
Oh,
Thinking,
for sure.
thinking about getting robot legs. What movie is that off of?
Tintin? No. Who's
Grandma's Boy.
Grandma's Boy? I was just thinking about the guy with the robot legs that killed his girlfriend.
Are you
You-
talking about the runner?
The runner guy.
He doesn't have real robot legs.
We have springs.
Yes, they're like springs at the bottom,
Like out of your truck springs?
like a leaf spring. No,
It's like a leaf spring. It's like one bent leaf
it's
spring.
like
Yeah.
a big old.
A leaf spring?
It's like a big old spring that the bottom turns the foot.
Yeah, there's the
and
ones
runs.
that jump super high,
Yet
right?
they still put shoes on them.
No,
Yeah.
he runs just with the springs.
No,
Basically.
there's no like shoe. There's like no padding.
Well, you gotta have some grip, right?
Like a Nike sole at the bottom.
Well, you gotta think it's still
no,
it's
no,
still
no, don't do
attached
it,
to
man.
your bone. Like if you say you lost your leg, whoop, lop it off at the knee.
Yeah.
You're still gonna feel the shock coming through.
Sure, there's got to be like something to
Like, I think that's what-
impact.
Yes.
There's got to be
Oh,
something
geez.
to help with the impact.
So you don't have your calf and you can't tippy toe because I imagine that's your shock absorbers laying
Yeah.
on your toe,
Yeah.
going.
The forward part of your foot is like your your shock absorber.
This is ruining the show.
Speaking of shock absorbers,
This is very ruining the show.
yeah, because you look like a damn.
Yeah, it stinks in here, man. No,
It's bad.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
not
Does it
gonna
burn
lie.
your butthole?
No,
you better go check your underwear out. I'm
no,
telling
they
you.
just seep out though. It's kind of weird.
Oh man. All right. So we wanted to give an update. We, I think week 1 or week 2, we decided that we were gonna do diets
Yeah.
or
Yep.
something like that. And
Well, we had goals.
we had goals, and Kevin was gonna do just like a low calorie diet, and Kevin's done 20.
So I can
26 pounds.
I
26
can
pounds.
pop in for Kevin a little bit because I chat with him. I know what's going on. So he does intermittent fasting and a low calorie. I think he's lost over 20 pounds.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good. And I started keto, and I'm down 15.
You poked your finger, right? You
I
were
just
actually
poked my finger
doing
before the show. Yes,
ketosis.
today's a bad day for doing it, but I decided to do it because we had a party earlier and it was a cheat day. But I'm in ketosis, so that's a good sign. That means it's forward sailing from here. My wife though is like a freaking hawk. I mean, I can't put nothing in my mouth without her saying anything. I mean, even on a good day where I'm being good and I go in the fridge to get a snack, or a piece of meat. I hadn't had any lunch or nothing. So I'm ready for just a little snack. She's like, "What are you doing in there?" And it's so annoying.
And what do you say?
She's holding you accountable.
I'm just like, "I've lost more than you. You need to shut up."
Oh, yeah, that's a bad idea.
So yeah, it's definitely a bad idea. So you don't want to say that.
So anything that Tara makes is actually a little bit of poison, slowly killing you.
A little bit, but hey, we tried cauliflower, mashed potatoes,
No,
Loaded.
let me stop
Yeah.
you there. Albino broccoli.
albino broccoli. But we had ours loaded too. So we had it separate and then loaded, and it was really good. I was surprised that cauliflower can taste like a potato.
Like bacon and cheese
But
loaded,
when you put
sour cream?
the loaded version had bacon, not sour cream, but just bacon.
It's not loaded then.
Bacon,
A normal
cheese.
potato comes with sour cream.
Well, sour
would've been
cream,
good.
sour cream's in it, anyways. So it was really good. I was highly surprised that cauliflower tastes not like shit.
I'm still skeptical of cauliflower.
Oh, you gotta try it, man. I was, Tara is not a big veggie eater, and the fact that she tried it was bonus for me.
Very
so,
cool.
So you feel better trying new, healthier
Yeah,
options?
I ain't scared to try vegetables or avocado.
What
That's the
about,
next
like,
one is gonna be an avocado.
Quinoa and what other tree bark they're eating?
I've tried quinoa on a regular low calorie diet. Quinoa sucks. On keto, where you can load that bitch up with butter, cheese, and all that, it's gonna be fantastic. Bacon, it's gonna be fantastic.
But you can put bacon on everything in keto,
Yeah.
right?
I just had a steak that I cooked in bacon grease.
It's gonna be wonderful. But Tara's
It's
totally into it because she's all day long. She's watching videos of people doing all these recipes, which we have absolutely no time or desire to make, but they look good.
I saw it on Facebook. I tag my wife in recipes, and she tags me in like home improvements that neither of us are ever gonna do.
Yep.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
That's a true story. I mean, I ain't doing home improvement stuff. I call you to do my home improvement
Oh,
stuff.
you're talking about doing a brick wall in here somewhere.
Well, that is going to be like...
in the studio. Everyone sees the studio.
Yeah, that's going to be like stick-on wallpaper. So, we have some ideas. We're still not done with updating our studio here. We're just trying to get the best looking show for you that we possibly can. And, I don't know if we want to stick with
I
these
think
4
we should go
boxes.
live at the beginning just so everyone sees. Like, we come as soon as the little do starts, everyone's like, all right, game face. Before that, we're like, fuck you, this sucks. Ah.
Okay, so let's
John,
just put it
get
out there.
right. John,
Let's just put
what
it out there on the
happened?
table.
John starts it and then nothing.
I'm the fucking blame for everything, okay? And Kevin's not here to go with the conversation, but I get blamed for everything. Like if
Everything
something
you
doesn't-
touch is your responsibility.
if something doesn't work out good, these guys bitch about it. Matt, I'm okay. I understand because he just is a negative person. but coming from Frank or Kevin, I'm not used to hearing any of that. Frank not so much. Frank doesn't really care about anything, anyways. But Kevin,
Why am I a negative person?
and he's passionate. He's
My
very
favorite
passionate.
is how you test the sound effects, like mid somebody talking while we're recording.
I haven't touched them for you
I
today.
know, I appreciate
I've been
it.
He
very
wants
good
to.
today.
He's itching.
I was looking for one earlier when Kevin was done talking. I was like, I don't have one for that. So, but you're just like every time I send you something, it's like, before I can even spit something out of my mouth, I say, hey, I got an idea, and you're like, it's gay,
Yes.
right off the bat. So that's just I'm used to that though.
That's not negative.
No, not when I'm used to it. I guess.
2018 is not
Yeah,
negative.
it's Matt.
It's a positive thing these
Yeah.
days. We mean it in a good way.
But before we went on the air today, we had some house cleaning to take care of because there's 4 different attitudes here, and all 4 of us have.
We understand why bands break up
Yes.
for
Yep.
real.
Yes,
real.
we understand why bands break up. I think.
I'm not even a part of the podcast.
I just want to let
anymore.
everybody know, though. I just want to let
I'm
everybody
not.
know.
I unfollowed
won
everybody.
I won the poll. I won the bet that Frank would quit first. Frank quit earlier in the week and is now back because we forced him to be here.
Yeah, John's like, I won't let him leave.
No.
And I'm like, what are you doing?
Just pulled me right back into the group message. I unfollowed our own podcast page. I don't see when any of the links or anything post anymore.
I believe that.
Oh, I do.
You know what? Actually, I believe
Wholeheartedly.
I believe that if he wasn't an admin to that page, he probably wouldn't even be following it.
I get no notifications, and so I'm like, it's been a nice 48 hours of freedom.
See,
Yeah, I guess.
But we're all back.
Yep.
yeah, we're all here, and
We got over it. We put our big girl panties on.
Yep.
that's what we do for the show.
Why
For
did
the
you,
show.
Like, roll your eyes, look away.
I was
Like,
looking at that the sky cam
The Sky Cam.
for the show.
Big brother.
Is that what it's named? Is Sky
It's
Cam?
named the Guy Cave.
Oh,
But I have it
that's-
on here.
That's gay.
I have it on my screen as sky cam. Yeah, it's up in the sky, right?
I think all in all, though, I mean, look, this has been fun.
This is
Yeah.
9 episodes in.
9 episodes in doing.
What are you
this
gonna
has
do
been
when we get
fun.
100 episodes in?
I would have to catch up on 96 episodes.
Well, I was talking to someone the other day about I don't like listening to our podcast. And they're like, oh, well, why? I was here. I knew exactly what we talked about. I don't want to re-listen to it.
You guys are seeing 57 minutes and 45 seconds of recording, and
we're
I'm
here
seeing.
for 6
I've been
hours.
sitting in this chair since 8 o'clock.
Yes, we've been here. It's 10:56 right now.
Fuck this show.
We've been here since 8 o'clock.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, plus, John's like, the show's much better when everyone's sober. It's like, whoa, that's not going to work. That's probably why we quit.
I've been falling asleep. I've been falling asleep all night because I'm not. I haven't been drinking.
You've been shitting your
I
pants all
started
night.
drinking when I got here, so.
You've been shitting your pants all
I
night.
have.
So,
At some point, something in there is going to come out. It's going to be terrible.
well, we had shirts come out, and this has been the culprit for everything this week. So
Let's talk about those shirts.
we had
Sean.
shirts come out, and listen, if you think that the price for a shirt,
What are you, both of you guys are messing with your microphone.
if you think $19.99 is expensive for a shirt, then you've never been to a concert, or anything like that before. Because that's what you pay for a specialty T-shirt.
No, you're. Oh,
Damn it,
geez.
we almost made it. We
So-
almost made it.
Oh, twice.
The shirt price doesn't. You got to tell people it doesn't go in our pocket.
Right.
It's going towards the little bit that we get is going towards keeping the show running.
Yes, paying for the
We-
service to host the
I think we
podcast.
will make money on this show in about 12 years.
Yeah.
We might be out of the negative then.
If we sell 2 shirts, we can almost pay for the hosting.
No, we can almost pay for what we paid for the shirts.
Yeah.
No, we have to sell 11 shirts.
Oh, okay.
We have to sell 11 shirts to just
Break even.
Just to break even. Yeah. So
And then hosting.
and then the hosting. Yeah.
And
So
then
the
that-
goal is if we can sell enough shirts.
That's just the podcast hosting. You're not including the webpage hosting, too. That's different.
Like I said, 12 years. We'll put the first dollar on the wall.
We'll put the first dollar in the
First
wall.
dollar.
Yeah, so if you go to a lot of, we always kind of use big names like Joe Rogan and like bands and stuff like that. But if you go to any of their sites and you look at their merchandise, it's not cheap. And that's because you're not getting like a Superman T-shirt that you'd get on the shelf at Target.
And I
or
feel
Walmart.
like Joe Rogan probably did so many podcasts that no one ever listened to. And then he's like, and then someone's like, hey, listen to this Joe Rogan podcast. It's like, what the fuck's a podcast? And they listen to it like, that's not half bad. And then it slowly steamrolled. And you got to think about being Joe Rogan in the beginning. He's like, why the fuck am I even doing this?
Yeah.
But I feel like it was keeping him fresh for his comedy stuff.
Yeah, he got to work shit out probably. It would be my guess.
Right.
It would be
And then he chatted with people just to keep something
to
going.
be relevant, So for us, I mean, look,
We're not going to be relevant.
We're not expecting you to buy 10 shirts like I was telling John. These aren't, you're not buying one for Monday through Friday so you can wear underneath your work shirt on a daily basis. you buy one because you want to support the show, and wearing it, is a little bit of advertisement for us.
Instead of making like a donation to the show, you buy a shirt. You have something back in return that you could wear, and a little portion of it, trust me, a little portion of it goes to us, and it helps us pay the bills as Frank
John likes to say.
So, but that was the culprit of a lot of the argument. We want to give you guys a good quality shirt at the same time.
We were arguing over the customers.
Sure.
Right. At the same time, we don't want you to have to pay too much. And, when we purchased or we made the agreement with the company, we thought that the shipping was going to be included. And, of course, it was not, which makes the price a little bit higher.
So I think that's the big thing with Amazon Prime. I'm an eBay guy. Free shipping. If it doesn't say free shipping, I'm like, get out of here with that.
Yeah, I always look for free shipping.
Yeah, but with Amazon Prime, you got to buy a lot of shit to make it worth the free shipping. Basically.
Well, see, my wife has the Prime thing. I don't do the Prime. I don't like Amazon because sometimes I like to buy something used.
Mm-hmm.
And then to buy something used on Amazon takes you through a whole bunch of other steps, like eBay. And then daily deals, eBay's free. I don't have to pay a yearly membership.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah.
But there's a plus side and a downside to both.
The negative side, the eBay, is you're dealing with somebody that may or may not refund your money.
Right. So she has the Amazon, I have the eBay. I can use the Amazon or she can use eBay. We flip-flop.
Right.
And that way I can still get the Prime shipping, which my experience, they're like, oh, sorry, it was an extra day.
Yeah. I lost my membership over that. I think we talked about that.
They called your bluff.
I think we talked about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They
You
called
told them, well, guess what? I'm going to quit. And they said, okay, thank you for your service. Your money's being refunded.
And then the solution was the manager came and called me back and said, unfortunately, because we've already credited you, you're going to have to pay the $100 again. And we'll give you a gift card.
I feel like she already had it up and she was hovering over the button. She's like, say the word, motherfucker.
Just say the word.
That was her
Just
off
say
day.
the
She's
word.
like, dude, I'm deleting this dude. I'm going to wipe this guy off of the Amazon list.
You were trying to be one of those people that are on the internet that walk into a restaurant with a camera and they're like, you gave me fries when I asked for nuggets or something like that, right?
Yeah, I was just trying to get her to be like, well, the problem is just what you said. I had to wait like 5 days for something that I needed in the 2 days that they told me. And I said, the only reason why I buy from Amazon is because I want the 2-day free shipping. And it's not 2 days anymore. It's 2 days from when you decide to ship it. So if you want to wait 2 days, it's a 4-day deal. I get it. They're doing much better. They are doing much better, but
Yeah, you guys were talking about getting a route, right?
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not talking about
I want to get an Amazon delivery route.
an Amazon delivery route.
So I can help people get their products in 2 days.
Yeah.
Or less.
I could see you on the truck doing that
No, I can't.
with your calloused hands. Your hands are so
He's
fucking
moisturizing.
Your hands are so fucking soft. I don't think you have put in a day's hard
They
work
have been
ever.
in or up my pants all night, so. Okay.
Jeez. So,
If you didn't
anyways,
see that on camera, he just showed him those hands in his pants.
anyways, that is getting back to what we were talking about. That was the catalyst of our 3 hours before starting the show.
Yep.
Basically
Well,
to record.
People don't realize it's always setup time, regardless.
Yeah.
We got at least an hour's worth of getting everything set up, making sure it's working, testing, the dog coming in, ripping everything out.
The dog destroys everything
My
we do.
dog decides he wants to be a part of this podcast really bad.
He comes in and he's like, "Oh, there's a cord. Let me wrap my
Yeah.
neck around it,"
Yes.
and then runs out.
Yes, that's exactly what he
Just
does.
destroys it all.
And my wife is like, "Oh, he's so cute. He just wants to be a part." No, he's destroying shit. Get him out of here.
But
So-
yeah, it's always like at an hour or so of setup, most likely. And the other thing I think too, part of the issue we had is we all want this to be very successful. We want you people out there to listen and to enjoy it. We want
we want to bring value.
Yeah, we want to bring value, whether it's to your drive or to your
Entertainment.
work day. If you laugh, if you have a genuine laugh per day on our account, that would be awesome. Or per week, I should say.
Yeah.
We're not at a daily basis.
If
yet.
we can make you laugh once in a day.
Well, we're starting
a
to
stressful
fill
day.
the week. Kevin hates everything.
Yep.
I don't know what day I'm going to do my video. It'll probably just be a hodgepodge of whatever. And it's going to be fun. Like, that's all. My
all that
stuff
counts.
is going to be as fun.
It's all that counts. That's why.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot that we all feel like we have at stake in this because we want it to be good for all of you. And
Well, it's time invested.
time invested, yeah. Like, what could we've been doing all night? You know, ordinary guy stuff.
Yep.
Been
So
plopped
I
up
can
on my
tell you what we're
couch,
not
watching
going
a
to do.
movie.
We're not going to go out drinking because we can't afford it.
Nope.
We can't stay up late. Everyone's yawning.
I'm yawning.
I'm done.
Well, it
Been
is
asleep.
11 o'clock.
Yep.
Yes. And this is like when we were younger, or when I was younger, I was
You're just
2
starting to
o'clock,
go out.
Just going out.
You would
Yeah.
hit the first bar, and you would always, your first bar was like your stepping stone.
Starter.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're like,
We'd
I'll
start
hang
at
out there.
Chili's.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's we were just leaving the apartment probably like 30 minutes ago.
Did you try hanging with someone like the kids doing that nowadays? The kids.
No, all
Get
we-
off my yard.
All we really
Fuckers.
did was go hard from like 12 to 2.
Yeah. Yeah, my crew, we'd start off at Chili's at like 10 o'clock.
And we'd always
Chili's.
end up at Steak and Shake or the strip
Yeah.
club.
Or Denny's.
Is this hall pass?
Yeah. For real.
Let's get a hall pass.
Get hall pass. Dude,
I'm calling it a night.
Our wives would be like, yeah, sure, you guys get a hall pass. Watch us.
Worthless
You ain't
fuckers.
getting no fucking hall pass at all. Oh.
I think they know we don't have much of a shot.
No.
I don't want a shot around here.
Well, listen.
You'd have to get a shot after you had a shot around here.
Yep.
Well, listen. I want to get everybody's opinion that's listening. We had thought of an idea. We want to see if we're gonna run it by you guys first. See what you think, and if you made it this far in the show, well, no, because you'll be answering us. Do you want to see the Real Housewives of Ordinary Guys podcast? Do you want to hear the wives talk about us, basically?
Is it going to be separate or is it going to be
It would
like
be a separate. They'll do their own little podcast.
We could do it the same night. We can have everything all set up. We test it
Yep.
just as if we're going to do our show, and we just let them loose for an hour.
They come in. No, actually, I would sit in as the
he wants to be
ringleader
the
and
ringleader.
ask some questions.
I almost
Stir
like
the
the
pot.
idea of letting them go all on their own.
They can do that if they want, but it'd be nice if somebody.
No,
did.
if he's asking questions that really, he's got to poke the bear.
Yeah. Stir the pot a little bit,
Yeah, well, let's just put it on the calendar. We're not getting laid that night.
So a normal night for you, huh? All right, guys, that's gonna be it for today. Like I said, Kevin, hope everything's good, and we miss you for the second half. Make sure to check out Kevin Hates Everything. Gonna be Wednesday night. Frank, you got anything to plug?
Nope.
Matt, you got anything to plug?
Yes. So, Karma Customs, Melbourne. My buddy JD dude's a jack of all trades. Welding, fiberglass, guns, you name it, powder coat, Cerakote, anything that he's got going on, he's in it. Like, he just did a boat rebuild, and he took this boat that sits in like my dad's front yard. It's a piece of shit. It's never gonna go anywhere. Tore it all down, redid everything to where it's a brand new badass boat. Like, he's legit. Anything
That's
you
awesome.
need, Karma Customs.
Awesome.
Karma Customs. All right, guys. Be sure to check us out. Subscribe. Look for us on Facebook. Look for us on Twitter. Look for us on Instagram.
iTunes, Stitcher,
Yeah.
Podbean, YouTube, and Spotify.
Snap-
We're
Snapchat.
all over the place. We're all over the
Snapchat.
place. I don't think people
Grindr.
use Snapchat anymore, do they?
I don't know.
The kids, maybe. But
I'm trying to get the younger generation in there.
Oh, okay. The ones that
They can't. They're
the
like,
ones that won't see this because it's explicit.
I don't think he meant that young.
Oh, subscribe, like, hit the notification
kids
bell. on
YouTube, here we come.
Hit the notification bell on YouTube.
Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Follow us. Questions or comments? Make sure to contact us on
You
the
can
webpage.
send hate mail to matt@ordinaryguyshow.com.
Yes,
I love it.
you can.
Fuels
Send
my hate
mail
fire.
to that. We're gonna have a new webpage launching soon. Be on the lookout there. It's gonna be a lot of opportunity for you to be interactive with us and show us that you're an ordinary guy too, just like us,
Or gal.
or gal, either or. But we'll see you next week, guys.
Later, taters.
We hope you enjoyed the show. Check out our description for social media links. And make sure to hit that subscribe button and join us each and every week. See you next time.